Hi and welcome back to my channel. So I'm coming back in now again, I should say, with the Christmas cracker, get it right, the Hunkydory Humour Christmas cracker card topper set. So this time we're coming in with the winter wishes. So before I get on with it, I'd just like to say a big massive thank you to everybody that supports my channel. It does mean the world to me. Yeah, so that's what keeps me wanting to do this channel, is all the support that I get from you guys out there. Yeah, so it does you know, make me smile when I see comments from you guys saying how much you like my cards or how much you like my videos. So it does keep me wanting to do this. So you're the reason out there, guys, why I do this. So yeah, and we're coming in with this one, so the winter wishes, and this one's got the diet starts after Christmas then, with the polar bear. Come on, open it. The suspense is killing me, with the little penguin, which are my favourite. Then we have the little pussycat down here. We wish you a Merry Christmas, and then the cats jumped on the laptop and started, you know, doing what they do and made all these non-words. And then the next one is, don't worry, I heard we're getting blankets for Christmas for the little piggies. So this is one of probably my favourite ones out of this set. And then we have the Humour Christmas Cracker 8x8 paper pad. And while I was looking through my stash to try and find some cardstock to correspond with this, because you don't get any cardstock, I come across some of these Holly Miri selections, and I've come across some of my old cardstock from various other collections that I've had over the past that I've finished with and had some cardstock left over. So we are going to be coming in with them. As for makes, I was struggling to decide what to make. So for this first one, I'm going to grab a 6x6 blank card, and I'm going to grab my scoreboard. Couldn't think what it was called. So I've still got a tickle, but we are good to go. So I'm just folding that one across like so. I'm going to do this as 10th fold, so I'm going to put that down there. And then I need to get a bit of Miri card, which is gold. Let's grab a couple of pieces of them from my other trolley. And then grab my, my trimmer even. So I'm going to cut this one down to 2 notches under the 6 by 2 notches under the 6. So that's going to be that bit there. So then, I don't know if this is going to be big enough, but I'm going to take this one to 4 notches under the 6. And then I need to do the same this way. Take that to 4 notches under the 6. And then what I'm going to do is put this diagonally, point to point, in the trimmer and slice this right down the middle. Okay, so we'll come back to them 2 pieces in a moment. And put them 2 pieces to the side. And then I'm going to come in with, I've got this snowflake one, so I'm going to come in with this one just because it's gold. So I'm going to go 4 notches under the 6 by 4 notches under the 6. And then this is going to be for this bit here. I'm going to go to my paper pad, and we're going to come across a red design, which is this one here. Can't remember what they call that. They give this a name. do they call it damask or something like that? I'm not too sure. So this one I need to cut this to 4 notches under the 6 by 4 notches under the 6, and then I need to cut this one in half again, so down the diagonal and then trim down there. And this is going to be for these 2 bits, but these bits might now be too big. So I'm going to cut these down. Let's have a look. So that's got to go onto there, and that's got to go onto there, and then this is going to go onto here, but it needs to be a lot smaller than what they are. So what I'm going to do, hopefully, is put them back together. So I'm going to take these down to no, it's not going to work. Might do. 5. And then we need to do this one. No, that's not going to work, so I'm going to have to do it with another piece of card. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go down to 5, I think. Or do I go 4.5? Let's go 4.5 by 4.5. And then we cut this in half, like so. And we have one bit that's going to go that way. I'm just going to check to see if this is big enough, and one bit that's going to go that way. Yep, that's right. So now we need to cut this one down. So this is where my cutting skills might not come in handy, or might come in handy. I'm going to line that up there. Take that off. If this doesn't work, I'll just get another sheet out. It's not a big problem for me. So I need to go a bit smaller. And I need to go a bit smaller again. The thing is, I do have like 2 of these pads. I've got a plaster on my thumb, so I can't move my paper stock around so much. That's got to go onto there. That's looking okay for me. And we need to do the same again for this one. There we go, fine. So all I did with this one was line this up sort of like with the 3 point on there as straight as I can, and then you just trim off the excess there, which technically if I'd done it right in the first place, I wouldn't have had to do all this trimming and waste as much paper, but it's not a biggie, it's not a problem. It's still going to work. So now we're going to adhere all of this to the card. So just placing this, hopefully this is my bottle that works, because I have one that does not work very well for some reason. So I think that's the one that doesn't work. So we take my next one out. And this one's better. This one's flowing. So your all-purpose glue on the back of there, and I'm hoping this one works because it's a new bottle, because my last bottle went funny for some reason, went kind of mouldy on the inside. It's probably because it was left for a while with the weather changing maybe. So this is going on to here. It doesn't matter which way up you do it. because a lot of this is not going to get seen because it's going to have these triangle bits on the top of this one. So coming in with your all-purpose glue again, just down the centre of that card stock, and then you're tacky in those 4 corners. Make sure I've got my card the way I want it up. Just tent fold, and then just shimmy it around a little bit, and then place that down onto there. Got glue on my finger, but it's only the tacky glue, so that's okay. It's not too bad, it doesn't get too messy. So because I'm using paper for this one, because I'm using paper for this bit, I'm going to put some of my tape runner on there, which is the dotty one by Hunkydory, and then some of my all-purpose glue on the back of there as well. And then place this hopefully in the right place onto there, and then this is going to go on the back. So back to your normal glues for this one, and then this one, and then this one's going to go in this corner. Could have gone a bit straighter. Oops, keep screwing that corner up because I'm trying to do it cack-handed. And then back to your all-purpose glue again on them, on the back of the card, paper, sorry, not card. Now, so if my card stock and my paper stock sometimes looks off centre, probably because it is, because I'm having a, well, say I'm having, I need to have glasses, well, glasses for long distance, because I'm far-sighted, sorry. So I'm alright if I'm holding stuff like that in front of me, miles in front of me, I can see things, but when it's close to me and sitting on here, I have a little bit of a issue with lining stuff up. So, but at the moment I can't afford to get the glasses that I need, and I've got some glasses that I had a while back, but I can't seem to find where I've put them. So until I can find them, I'm a bit buggered, excuse my French. I just don't know where I've put them. I've moved them from one place to somewhere else, and I've been looking for them like since the end of last week, so like from Thursday all the way through to Friday and Saturday, and then I just give up because I can't remember where they are. So that is sod's law, isn't it? You have a nice tidy up of you know, to get some, you know, normality back and like that. And because I never hardly used my glasses, I thought, well, there's no point in keeping them out, I don't use them. So I decided, oh, a good idea, put them away. Yeah, not such a good idea, because now I don't know where they are, and for the life of me I can't think of where I have put them. Put them somewhere safe, and I'm like, yes. So you wasn't very clever, you didn't really plan that one, did you? You sort of like just, you know, didn't think these things through. But there you go, that's life for me at the moment. I'm always moving things around, and because I'm always moving things around, I always have a job remembering where they've been or where I've put them. I will come across them sooner or later, I guess. Sooner rather than later, because I really could do with them. And they say when you stop looking you tend to find things, so I've stopped looking but I still can't find them, so I don't know. Anyway, back to this card. So I've just put some foam pads on the back of this topper, and then putting some foam pads onto the sentiment that comes with it. Have a merry little Christmas. So we're going to go in with this one. It's another straightforward card really, but a card is a card, as they say. Some people like the simple ones, some people like the more detailed, more what would I say, not tricky, they're just more exquisite. So, you know, to me, I like doing a lot of the simple. I do like doing some of the more nice looking ones, but because I do have to post a lot of my cards, making flatter cards, that's the word, making the flatter cards is a lot more substantial for me because of postage. So I tend not to make a lot of fancy ones. The only ones I do make fancy are what I give to my family and my friends that I don't need to post, that I see on a regular basis and stuff like that. So that's my reason why I do make a lot of bog standard flat cards. Everybody has their preferences. That's one of my preferences. Yeah, so that is the first card. I don't think I'm going to stick any gems on there really, because it's got enough like gold going on, so I'm not going to bother with that. That looks nice just as is to me. So that is it for that one. I'm just going to get set up for card number 2 and then I'll be back with that one. Okay, so for my second card I've taken this bit of foiled cardstock, and I've cut it down to the 10 there, and then this way to the 6, and I've scored at 1, 2, 9, no, 8 and 9. So you then fold that into the card like so. So that's how that's going to be starting off with. And then I need some mirri to get my hands on my mirri, which, yes, that could be big enough. Where's my score? Trimmer remover. My trimmer. So I need to cut this down to 1 notch under the 1, 2 notches under the 1, sorry. And it should be 2 notches under the 6. Let me just check. Might even be too short actually. Yeah, it's too short. Okay, we'll scrap that little buddy. Bring you in. I really need to start using some of my scrappy bits up because I have so much in the way of scraps that I never use them up. So one of them, I need 2 of them, so 2 notches under the 1, and then they both need to be 2 notches under the 6. Excuse me. About 2 notches under the 6. That bit can go in the bin, don't need them. And then you go on each side there. I don't think this is big enough. Nope. Got another piece, and then we need to go 2 notches under the 6. Well, I might go a little bit smaller actually, so I might have been able to do with this one before I go cutting that up. So I'm going to go 2 notches under 5 by 2 notches under 5, I hope. And that's going to go in there. And then what I need is my pad. And then for this one I'm going to take this green checked one. So this needs to go 4 notches under check to see what this is. It's 2 notches under the 5. I don't know why I did 2 notches under the 5, because it's supposed to be 5 by 5, but never mind. I need to go 4 notches under the 5 by 4 notches under the 5, and that is going to be for this bit. Now, actually, with this, I think what I'm going to do is cut it a bit smaller, and then I'm going to score this one. Just make sure that's 8 now. Yeah, so I'm going to score this one at 1 and 2. Okay. Score that, and then that, like so. And then I think I'm going to cut this down to 5. Let me just bring in my little puddy cat, because I think this is going to be too big if I do it, and I think it might be too small if I do it by 5. Now, I'm going to leave that as it is, a 6. So these bits are still the right size for there. And then I need 2 of these as well. Bring these in. So I need to go 4 notches under the 1 twice. Four notches under the 1. And then I need to go 4 notches under the 6. And then that one's going to go on there, that one's going to go on there. And I think this needs to be smaller now, because I think that bit in the middle is only 4. So I'm going to cut this down to 4. And then go 2 notches under the 4. And go 2 notches under the 4. And that's going to fit in there. And then this bit I need to go 4 notches under the 4 by 4 notches under the 4. And that is it for that bit. If I'd done that in the first place, I'd have no more, I would have less cutting to do, wouldn't I? But there you go. That's okay, not to bungle, said Zippy. Okay, now let's have a look and see what we're going to do now. So I'm just moving some of this my stock out of the way. So like I say, I've only got small craft space, and once I start cutting things and start putting it to the side, it gets all in the way, and then I can't concentrate on what I'm doing. So as this is paper, we're coming in with my tape pen, and then your glue. I'm just going to go down, oh, pop, we're just going to go down the centre here, which will hold it all in place. And then we're going to put this onto this strip. And even though you've got the tape on there, the glue over the tape still gives it that little bit of, so you've got a little bit of wriggle. And then we're going to go in with this one, hopefully, like so. Down the centre. Put a little bit on that tape. Put this onto this side. Give it a little bit of a shimmy over, and that bit is done. So now we can go on, put these on the sides. So back to your glues. Just little bits on that, on them four corners, just to adhere that down onto your card, like so. Same with the other side. Same with this one. Place that onto there, like so. And then the middle bit, again, with your dotted tape runner, and then your all-purpose glue just on the centre and a little bit on them tape corners, just so you've got a bit of wriggle. Whoops. And then you place that onto your gold mirror, and then this goes onto the cardstock. So this is a way, like if you've got adorable scoreable and, you know, like edge to edge mirror or any of the other designer card packs that Hunkydory have brought out, and you don't want to use a white card, you can just automatically do it straight from this kind of card stock, and then you're not using a blank white card. So I don't do these kind of designs very often, but sometimes they are really nice cards to make. I do like using like pattern cardstock for the card base itself, because then you don't have to do too many mats and layering techniques for that. You can just do the matte and layering for the top if you want to hide, or you want a little bit of muted kind of appearance on it. So I'm going to come in with this just on the back of them foam pads, just to make this a bit more movable, so that I can decide where I want it to go. So she's going there, or he's going there, and then we get the sentiment. And this roll that I'm using, this is from the Works. Don't tend to go in there much now to get foam pads and stuff. I tend to get mine from Sticks 2 now, but I haven't started on them yet because I'm trying to use up some of my older stuff first. Oops. And I tend to get them from Hunkydory more now than, you know, like the Works. So I'm just going to peel these off, and then put a couple of dabs of this on the back, and then place this down here, so like central of that card base, and then that goes like that. So when the card sits up, stands up, it'll stand up like so. Coming in with some gems, so gold gems, not silver. Don't want to be putting silver gems on a gold trim card, do you? So I'm just coming in with them, giving them a bit of a shaky about, because they need to separate. So I'm just going to come in with one there, and one there. Get my pen to pick them up. So 1, 2, and then I'm going to come in with a smaller one. Oops, dropped it. 3. And these gems are from Temu, I think. Or they could have been from Amazon. They're from one of them places. Temu or Amazon is the only two places that I use to get my gems from. Most of the time I think it's probably Temu, because the gems are, you go through a lot of gems when you're crafting, card making and that. they do a lot of good deals on their gems, so that's probably the reason why I go there. Most of them are nail gems, but they are still perfect for cards. So yeah, plus Hunkydory as well. So it's probably the most places where I get my gems from, is them two places. So that is card number 2. So that didn't take me long, did it? Card number 1, card number 2. So I don't know whether I'm going to come back in with the doing every topper, doing 2 videos for every topper, because it's going to be a lot of videos with the same kind of card toppers, like the Humour ones. So I don't know, I might do. The next one I'm going to come in and do, just because I love the polar bears and the little piglets, I probably will do 2 videos per topper sheet, just for ease and use up of each sheet, I suppose, really. It's just coming in with different styles and that. So yeah, that is it for this video, guys. Once again, thank you for watching. Do really appreciate it. So next time I'm coming back in with this one. So this one, next one would be part 2 of this winter wishes, and then after that one we'll move on to the next topper sheet. I might treat you to 4 cards in one video. It depends on what style of card I do, or if I've done any prepping beforehand. So till next time, guys, that is it from me. Take care, and keep on crafting. Bye for now.